Hey guys, I hope you're all doing really well. Today I'm going to be wrapping up my project Pan Roulette. This is hashtag Roulette Pan Collab, both here on YouTube as well as over on Instagram, so I highly suggest that you go and binge watch some content through this project Pan. The playlist, which will be linked in my description box as well as in the cards, contains everyone's videos from this entire round, so 4 months worth of project panning content from dozens of people. So if you want to kind of get some panning inspiration to kick off the new year, then definitely head on over and check that out. Check out the hashtag on Instagram as well. I highly suggest that you do because it's so much fun to keep up with all of this project pan. And I don't know, it's such a special experience for me when I get to go through that hashtag and see people from around the world participating in this project. I can't believe that this collab grew so big. I can't believe that so many people want to do this with us and have been having so much fun being a part of this project pan. It's really special because Alexi and I, when we started this 2 years ago, it was a collaboration between the two of us. We met on this platform right here only like a handful of months before we started doing this project, and this project has really brought us really close together over the last like 2.5 years. It's been a really special experience. So yeah, definitely go and check out Alexi's channel as well because she is the co-creator of this project and she has been very successful with this project pan. She's worked her way through pretty much all of the 50 categories, so I highly suggest that you go and see how she's wrapping up this round because we are starting off the next round on February 15th and we're starting with a whole new set of categories. We have 100 new categories because we asked for all of your input on categories that you'd like to see in this project pan, and we eliminated the original 50, like that spreadsheet I personally am not going to use, but if you are working on it and you want to work your way through all 50, keep going with that, keep persevering, and then the 100 you can kind of move on to if you'd like to do it that way. But I'm so excited to start with the new 100 because I've been doing this for 6 rounds and there are some really inspiring and fun categories in the new spreadsheet that I cannot wait to delve into. So I will have that spreadsheet also linked in my description box. If I remember, I will pin it in a comment as well so that you guys can find that very easily. And if you are planning on joining in on the next round, let me know in the comments down below. It will be structured the exact same way, but there'll just be 100 new categories to play around with instead. So again, it's 6 products randomly selected based on the prompts in the spreadsheet. So just draw 6 random numbers and then pull your products based on those. And this project will run for, again, 4 months, so February through to 4 months from then. It's a rolling style project again, so if you finish up or reach a goal on a product, then you just get to roll in a brand new category and a brand new product to work on through the remainder of the project pan. So I am just so excited for this. I cannot wait to wrap this up and share with you guys all my progress because I really do feel like this has actually been quite a successful project for me now that I'm seeing it and reflecting on it. But I'm also so excited to jump into the next round. So let's just hop into all of my progress right now. So the first item is for the category of product you haven't used in a while, and thankfully now I've used it quite a lot over the last 4 months. This is the number 7 Moisture Drench Lipstick. I have mine in the shade Spiced Latte, and there definitely has been some major changes of this lipstick throughout this project pan. My goal was to use up half and I've managed to just meet that goal. I'm just slightly underneath of my goal line of half of the product. So I'm really excited about that. I'm really happy that I managed to work my way through a very large amount of product in 4 months. And eventually I will probably pan this to get this out of my collection, but not because I dislike it, just because it really was a very addictive lipstick to wear. I really like this tone. It is just a really nice warm neutral shade, and it has a slightly sheer balmy kind of texture to it that makes it so comfortable and so easy to pair with a wide variety of different looks. I found this to be something that I could throw on very easily, and in the first month of this project I used so much of it. I fell right back in love with it, and yeah, I'm so happy that I reach for it again because of this project pan. This next product I selected for the category of product you don't like, and this is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Radiance Drops. I kind of still feel the same way about it. Throughout this entire project, you guys have heard me go like up and down with deciding, do I like this? Do I not like this? I'm really not too sure. And still, I am kind of in the same boat. I'm so indifferent about this product. It's not something that I find myself like gravitating towards wanting to reach for, but I also don't want to eliminate it from my collection. And so I'm just kind of like, whatever about it. However, I have managed to use a fair amount. Now at the beginning, I don't really know if this was an accurate marking, but I have managed to work my way through a significant amount of this product, and I'm really happy to have done that through this project pan. You can see I haven't used it much over the last month. That's probably the least amount of progress that I made was over this last month, but that's okay. I still made sure that I reached for it at least like once or twice a week over the last month, and that was enough for me. I'm happy to have reached for it. I did put it on today before I put on all of my base products, about 20 minutes before I went in and started doing my makeup. And that's the way I like to use it, is let the oil kind of sink into the skin and use it as a nice hydrating priming base. But I can just use something like the Smashbox Primerizer as well, right as I'm about to go in with my base and not have to wait 20 minutes or so for it to sink into the skin. So I'm gonna use this up eventually. I have said in my last update, actually, I'm really excited to try this with the foundation stick because that's the way that Tarte actually suggests that you use this. And once I have a bit of a tan, I'm hoping to have a tan after I go on vacation in February. I'm hoping to have a little bit more color, or I might even do a fake tan before then so I can really try this out with my Colourpop foundation sticks. But I might love it that way actually, because foundation sticks, or the ones that I have at least, are a little bit too matte for my preferences and a little bit too high coverage. So I really might love it that way. I'm at my absolute fairest right now, and neither of those suit me. So I have been unable to really put this to the test, and yeah, I'm really excited actually to eventually try it out that way though. The next category I selected was a collab product, and for that I chose this lip gloss right here. You can see it's completely empty. This is a collaboration between Colourpop and Kathleen Lights. The shade is Moonchild, and it was a sparkly nude lip gloss shade. It wasn't like full opacity by any means, but I wore it on its own very, very often, and that's how I managed to use it up. Was it just became very habitual for me to just kind of slather this on my lips, especially sitting in class where I couldn't really pull out a mirror, or after lunch at work or whatever. I was just able to just use this up so quickly because it became a big part of my routine. I have gone up and down with this lip gloss throughout the last 4 months as well, and I'm not gonna repurchase this by any means. Like, this is not something that I absolutely loved, but I did really grow to enjoy it more than I thought I did initially, and yeah, that's all I have to say about that. I'm happy that I did use it up, however, and I hadn't even set myself a goal of actually using this up within this project, but I'm happy to see it used up and have it out of my collection. It actually was a part of my 2019 makeup empties because I finished it last year, and yeah, I'm so happy to have a lip gloss out of my collection, and that's about it. That's all I gotta say about that. I gotta stop rambling. I gotta stop doing the thing where I just constantly ramble. Okay, so the next product I selected for the category, a product that smells nice, and I chose the Butter Blush from Physicians Formula. This one is in the shade Natural Glow, and it really is just that. It isn't really a blush for me. I have it on top of an eyeshadow from the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, my Pan That palette for this year. I'm wearing it today to just really diffuse out that blush, or really it's an eyeshadow, but to diffuse out that color. I've been wearing it a lot that way, and you can see I haven't hit my goal of hitting pan on it, but I've worn this a lot more than I likely would have reached for it if it wasn't a part of this project. So I'm really happy that I ended up throwing this into this project pan and that I made it a part of my priority to use, because I really do like the way that this diffuses out blushes. Not only that one that I'm wearing today, but just like a wide variety of my blushes that are more matte. I find that this just gives a lot more glow to the skin, and it really just buffs everything all together, like buffs my blush into my bronzer and into my highlighter so perfectly and so effortlessly. So I am really happy that I reached for this, even though I didn't end up hitting my goal it's something that I'm absolutely loving on now. This next product I selected for the category, a product with cute packaging. I chose this little Colourpop palette. This is the Pretty Much Pigment palette. This is no longer available, but I love the little, like, almost cellophane foil kind of pattern and just the size of this little 6-pan palette. And my goal with this was to really just make it look love, but I also wanted to hit a new pan in this palette. I'd already hit pan on this shade in my Pan Those eyeshadows, and you can see I have actually managed to reach that goal. I hit pan on the shade right here called Bouche, and I've managed to make everything else kind of look a little bit more worn, especially this metallic here because it was super easy to reach for. But I'm so happy to see all this progress happen on this palette. This shade, I actually wore it most often as a highlighter on my cheeks, and I'd like blend it up into my brow bone and around my cheek, like the top of my cheekbones. And then I'd highlight across my nose and then always my inner corner with it. Like pretty much every day for the last month, I use this as an inner corner and brow bone highlight. I am wearing it on my inner corners today, and I managed to hit pan on it only 2 days ago because I was reaching for it so frequently and multi-purposing it, but I'm so happy to see another pan in this little palette. I just realized that my lipstick was a little out of sorts, so apologies for that. I hope it stays back in place for this last little bit of the video. My bad. But anyways, the last item that I have here, I selected for the category a product out of a subscription box. My options are very few for that, so I went for this little blush right here. This is by, who is this by again? Seraphine Botanicals. This is the shade Happy Hibiscus, and I'm gonna be honest, guys, I know I only put this in last month, so I was saying I was gonna hit pan on it, or I was like hoping to hit pan on it. I think I reached for this maybe twice, maybe 3 times, and maybe once as an eyeshadow. But either way, I used this probably under 5 times. I just wasn't interested in using it. This shade is a little bit deep for me right now. I'm not really into like blush that looks like blush at the moment. There was a while there I wasn't even wearing any blush for most days of the week, and now when I do wear blush, I just don't really want anything that really looks like a blush, and this definitely does have quite a bit of pigment to it. It does deposit quite a lot on my cheeks, and I don't love that. So I'm gonna hold on to this and maybe try to reach for it in the summertime. Again, when I have a bit more color, it will translate very differently on me. So I'm hoping that maybe I fall in love with it a bit more later on this year, but my preferences are just not suited towards this at the moment, so I didn't reach for it. I didn't make any progress. So that's a little disappointing, but since it had only been in the project for 1 month, I wasn't really expecting much anyways, and yeah, I just didn't feel very drawn to it, so I didn't want to force it. So that's everything for this round of Roulette Pan collab. I hope that you guys really enjoyed keeping up with this project pan over this past round. Let me know down in the comment section if you're planning on participating in the next round. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see everyone's introductions for the next round. I can't wait to watch all the finales for this round either, but I'm already in the future. Like, I'm so excited for the next round. So thank you guys so much for watching and for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.